When a string is plucked, it vibrates at a particular rate. The rate at which a string vibrates is called the frequency and is usually measured in hertz, the number of vibrations a second. What determines the frequency is 4 factors: the string thickness, its density, the string length, and the string tension. We humans perceive frequencies within a certain range as pitches. The range starts roughly at 20 Hz and goes up to about 20,000 Hz or 20 kHz. Notice that the shorter the string is, the higher the frequency or pitch. In fact, the string length can be thought of as wavelength, and there's an inverse relationship between wavelength and frequency. The higher the wavelength, the longer the string, the lower the pitch. And the shorter the wavelength or string, the higher the frequency or pitch. So musical instruments like the guitar use this principle to create different pitches. For a string of a particular type, thickness, and tension, you can change the string length or wavelength to create different pitches. Here's a long wavelength and a shorter one, creating a higher pitch. So different string lengths create different pitches. How do we decide which ones to use? Well, one pitch difference, or musical interval, is called the octave, and it's created by halving the string length, thereby doubling the frequency. So doubling a frequency gives us an octave. Quadrupling it would give us 2 octaves. But we can multiply a frequency by different integers to create different intervals. For example, tripling a frequency gives us an octave and a fifth. Multiplying a frequency by 5 will give us 2 octaves and a major third, and so on. What we are building here is known as the harmonic series, the set of musical intervals created by multiplying a frequency by whole numbers. One way to create scales is to take these intervals, usually the lower ones, and bring them down to the same octave, and they sound sonorous together. Chords and melodies emerge naturally from this.